Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Jess. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am for today's video. This is not only one of my favorite videos to share with y'all every week, meal prepping. You guys know how I feel about meal prepping. But this video is in collaboration with Elizabeth, who is the Countess of Low Carb and Fasting. She's someone that is not only successful with her YouTube channel, but also with keto and everything fasting. If you have not checked out her channel, make sure you go check her out. She has so many informative videos and she has been so successful on this journey. She's also an entrepreneur, has businesses, and she is just a smart cookie. You guys just need to check her out. Also, she has a weekly newsletter that's all about keto and fasting, and she also has a 7-day meal plan for beginners. So be sure to go check her out. I will have everything listed in the description box, her YouTube channel, her Instagram, all of that information will be down there. So what we are doing today is we are going to be doing meal preps, and we are focusing this meal prep to be for busy people. We both are super busy people, so we have challenged ourselves to do this meal prep in under an hour. Now, I know I've done these before. I've done meal preps in an hour, but I really wanted to challenge myself. So along the way, I'm going to be sharing with you some tips so you can feel confident that you can do a meal prep in under an hour as well. So what I've challenged myself to do is I've challenged myself to prep 2 snack options, 2 different lunch options for the week, and prep 2 of the dinners that we will be having this week. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I do work outside my home full time. I leave my house about 7 in the morning and I don't get home from work until a little bit after 5. So meal prepping for me is just key to make sure my family has dinner on the table, and I also like to make sure I can take my lunch with me to work because I can't come home for lunch because I live too far away. So just meal prepping for me is key to my success. So here we go, guys. I'm going to give you some tips. I'm going to show you my meal prep. So let's get into the video. So the first tip I have is to make a list of what you are prepping. Try to make this list the day before and try to make it in the order that you want to make everything. So also you want to make a list of the ingredients you're going to need and a list of any appliances you need to get out and any meal prep containers you'll need. I tend to just take out more meal prep containers than what I actually need, just to make sure I have a varying sizes of what I may need. This is my list, and I timed myself making it, and it took me about 15 minutes to make it last night. So that way I was ready to go, and it's literally 15 minutes. Believe me, at that time is worth how easy this will make your meal prep go. My second tip is to pull all your ingredients, your kitchen tools, your meal prep containers, everything, pull them out. So you want to make sure you pull them all out, and this will alleviate that time searching for ingredients, searching for a tool, searching for a lid, something. So that way it's all out. I just put it on the counter and on my table, and that way it's just all ready to go. The third tip is empty your dishwasher and your sinks. Make sure all the counters are clear except for what you're going to be using. Again, this way things aren't getting in your way and all of that. So let's get prepping. You guys, time check, it's 9:30. So I'm going to give you guys a time check throughout this whole thing so you can see how everything is progressing. So we're starting at 9:30 a.m. So when I have limited time, I always start by prepping what I call a basic prep. For those of you who are OG subscribers, you know what that means. Usually these will be items that I will need later on in the meal prep. Also, maybe just grab and go items through the week. So I always do that first. So I'm starting on my prep off by grating up some cheese that I'll need for other meals plus for meals through the week. I hate using this food processor, you guys. I cannot stand it. It's really old. It's clunky, it's hard to clean, but it is the fastest way for me to grate cheese. But here's the thing, you guys, it broke halfway through. Pieces of plastic went flying. I told you it's old. I don't even know how long I've had this thing. So I had to use my hand grater, which this is a super old hand grater because I never use it because I always use my food processor. So this did set me back some time, and man, you guys, it's really hurting my hands. So I definitely need to get myself something different for grating cheeses. Next, I'm going to be prepping some veggies. So I need the celery and onions for the chicken salad I'll be having for one of my lunches this week. And also later on this week, I will be having a side dish that uses cauliflower. So I wanted to make sure that I had my cauliflower just all prepped and cut up so that I can just grab it out of the refrigerator and throw it into the side dish. Lastly, I need some peppers for the chili that I will be making for one of my dinners this week. So while I'm doing all this, I'm also going to be cooking some bacon in the air fryer. So I just throw in the bacon in the air fryer for 400 degrees for about 7 minutes, and it comes out perfect every time. So next up, I'm going to shred up the chicken from this rotisserie chicken. This is such a chore, and I really don't like doing it, but there's so much you can do with the meat from a rotisserie chicken. And also, you guys, save the bones. This makes the most fantastic bone broth. So what I usually do is I just take all the bones, put them into a freezer bag, wrap it up, and then just I put it into the freezer, and then I pull it out when I'm ready to make broth. It makes fantastic broth. And you could also just cook yourself a whole chicken in your crock pot, and you can do the same thing. So I just happened to pick this up when I was at Costco this weekend. If you guys are coming from Elizabeth's channel, welcome. Please let me know in the comment section if Elizabeth sent you. I just want to, give you a proper welcome. And I hope you guys will stick around and check out my other videos. Please take a moment also to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload videos. Also, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment because it really helps out my channel. Okay, guys, time check. 9:51 a.m. I told you that cheese really set me back. Normally it would not take me this long to do that little bit of stuff that I did. So I'm only 21 minutes in already, I should say 21 minutes in, and I still have a long ways to go. I'm definitely feeling the pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and get my chili going that I'll be having for dinner one day this week. I'm going to be using my pressure cooker. So I will have the entire recipe down below, by the way, in the description box, and give you the different options of cooking this. So on my saute setting, I'm going to be cooking up the peppers, the onions, and some minced garlic. So while this is cooking, I'm also getting the sausage cooked for the sausage bites and setting up what I need for the sausage bites and the chicken patties. The key to a 1 hour meal prep definitely is multitasking and having multiple items going at one time. So once the onions and peppers are cooked, I'm going to add in the ground beef and continue to cook that until it is cooked through before I add in the spices. Now I like to add in spices before the rest of the ingredients to make sure that they get incorporated throughout. It really feels like every time you warm up spices, it just really makes them more flavorful. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm adding in cumin, chili powder, paprika, cayenne pepper. And again, I will have the full recipe in the description box so you know the measurements for these. So you want to give that a good stir, and then you're going to add in some diced green chilies, some crushed tomatoes, some tomato sauce, and some beef broth. So you're going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to cook this on my slow cooker setting. So you can cook it on low for about 6 hours or on high for 3 to 4 hours. So I'm going to cook mine on high for 4 hours. So of course, this will not be done before the end of meal prep, but it is there, out of sight, out of mind, done, ready to go when it is done. So it's just, I'm done with the hard part of this, of the chili. So for one of my lunches, I'm going to be having cheesy chicken patties. So in my bowl, I have a pound of ground chicken, 2 eggs, 1/3 cup of almond flour, 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, some minced garlic, some dried basil, some dried chives, some dried parsley, some paprika, which I am out of, onion, salt, and pepper. So I planned on originally making these in the air fryer, but due to the time limit I have set myself, I'm gonna go ahead and cook these in the oven. They're good either way. I do like to heat these up in the air fryer because it makes them nice and crispy. These are fantastic, you guys. I usually eat 2 of them at a time, and they're really good dipped in guacamole. Just so you know, there's a little tip. And these also smell amazing while they are cooking. So I'm gonna cook them in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. So next up is my other lunch for this week, which is a chicken salad. So in my bowl, I am adding in 2 cans of the canned chicken from Costco, which I love this stuff, you guys. It is so good. It's just white breast meat, super high quality. To that, I'm adding in those onions and celery that I chopped up earlier. Also adding in some dill pickle relish, some coarse ground mustard, which is my fave, and then also some mayo. I just do some really simple seasonings of onion, salt, garlic powder, and pepper. Super simple, easy, yummy salad. You could eat this with a truffle if you want, or with some celery sticks, or just like I do, and I just eat it. It's really super good, especially after it sits in the refrigerator overnight and all the spices, and it's just yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so let's do another time check. 10:15, making good progress, but still lots to do. So for another dinner this week, I'm going to be having barbecue bacon chicken casserole. So I'm going to be using some of the rotisserie chicken for this casserole. So I greased my dish with some cooking spray first, and then I'm going to add in some of the cooked chicken to the bottom of the dish. So I'm just doing enough to kind of cover the bottom of the dish. There'll be 3 of us eating this. And then I'm going to add on some onion salt and some garlic powder. And then to that, I'm going to add just over a cup of the G. Hughes barbecue sauce. It was actually a cup and an eighth left in the bottle I had in my refrigerator. So I'm going to finish that by topping the casserole. I'm going to finish the casserole by topping it off with 1 cup each of the Monterey Jack and the cheddar cheeses that I grated earlier. So this will be ready to throw in the oven when I get home from work Monday night. And actually, so tonight, from when you guys are seeing this video, is on Monday. So I'll be having this Monday night for dinner. Easy, just throw it in the oven till all the cheese is all melty and everything's heated through. This is going to be a fantastic casserole. So I'm going to be making salami wrapped cheese for one of my snacks this week. I'm using the pepper jack cheese and also some of this deli salami bologna blend. I realized after the first one that my fingers got a little greasy, that I need to unwrap all the cheese sticks first before I go any further. So it also make it go much faster. This is really an easy filling snack. It's high fat, high protein, and just a perfect snack to keep you full through the day. Okay. Another time check, 10:23. So I only have the sausage bites to finish and then I am done. So I wanted to do the sausage bites last because the sausage really needs to cool down well before you put this all together because of the eggs you're adding in. So to the sausage, I'm adding in the cream cheese, and I'm just going to use my hands. You guys know, if you guys are been around for a while, you know I like to use my hands when I'm cooking. They're clean, I promise. It's just the easiest way to get that cream cheese really incorporated really well with the sausage. So next I'm adding in eggs that have beat up just a little bit, some of the coconut flour, some baking powder, and also some of the cheddar cheese. I will have the full recipe linked down below in the description box. This recipe works best if you chill them in the freezer or in the refrigerator, but I usually do them in the freezer for about 15 minutes. Anything with coconut flour works best if you let it sit a little bit before baking because it tends to just soak in all of the other ingredients and it just works best, and otherwise the balls will kind of flatten out also. So the time to cook these will not be within the 1 hour time limit, but again, they are ready to go just to throw in the oven while I'm doing, my cleanup in the kitchen. Okay guys, time for the final time check, 10:36. Well, I did it, kind of. A little bit time over, but I have 2 snacks, 2 lunches for the week, and 2 of my 5 dinners are ready to go in almost an hour, just a few minutes over. Now it's time to clean up. Usually takes me about 10 minutes to clean up after prepping. If I'm not under a time limit, I do clean as I go. But when you're under a time limit, you just it's easier just to throw it all in the sink. That's why I say start out with an empty sink. That way things are not in your way, and it's just easier just to get everything cleaned up at the end. So this is everything that I prepped, you guys. Don't forget to go check out Elizabeth's video next. Her channel will be linked down below. And you guys, as always, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to watch my video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.